Tomb Raider Definitive Edition is a remake of the award-winning Tomb Raider 2013, which in itself was a reboot of the series in a whole. The game forces Laura to survive the harsh climate and hostile people of an island that she and her crew crashes onto during a mysterious storm. In a game about survival and killing, you'd expect there to be a skill tree. And there is. But what happens if we remove that? Oh, a shotgun that shoots fire? We don't need that around here. Without any upgrades, we don't get useful skills such as increased ammo capacity, melee attacks, and we even don't get more health. And that's not even talking about weapon upgrades. We lose a lot of damage with the bow, the rifle is almost useless, the shotgun has no range, and the handgun it's still alright. And with that out of the way, our story begins. After a pretty rowdy Friday night, Laura finds herself tied up in the air, and using nearby fire, we burn ourselves out of our restraints, and then fall directly onto a pole. I think Laura wants to be just like Joel in The Last of Us. We do our first puzzle. Pretty interesting, yeah. We kill a man who is trying to help us. And then admire how beautiful this game looks even after almost 13 years. Starts to rain, we find a bow, and Laura makes our first campsite. And this is where my faith in this challenge dwindles faster than ever as we are forced to use our first skill point. I choose the upgrade that allows me to retrieve arrows from people I kill. We find the axe. And after skipping a few cutscenes, we enter our first combat section with just wolves. Pretty interesting, I know. After that, we unfortunately have another forced upgrade, this one being used to upgrade the axe's strength, so we can then pry open a door. But mama ain't raised no quitters, so I decide to see how many upgrades we need to beat Tomb Raider Definitive Edition. We pry open the door, I skip a cutscene, and Laura is tied up again. What is this, the third time? Does she have a thing for ropes or something? We sneak through enemy lines, and I die like 3 times, cause to be honest, I get really impatient in sections like this. And after Laura hides in the worst spot imaginable, we get the handgun, and I struggle to kill people because I haven't played this game in like 4 years. It's not that hard, just shoot him. How do you miss that much? We then enter our first real combat section, where I proceed to die a lot because it's my first time playing on hard mode, and I am not used to these guys having aimbot, super hearing, and like 50 times attack speed. We then find Laura's friend Roth, who is very badly injured, so we get a medical kit for him, and after skipping another cutscene, I know, I hate stories, even though my last video was on a very story-related game. We get the climbing axe and begin scaling a waterfall. After that, we climb a tower to get an SOS signal out. We then descale the tower and set fire to a gas tank where I really think Laura should be standing a lot further away than that. That explosion gets the attention of our rescue airplane, but unfortunately it gets struck down by lightning and then comes crashing down onto us. we avoid the falling debris with style. After that, Laura decides to try and find the pilot, thinking he might have something useful. However, Laura just stands there and watches as he gets murdered. I knew something was wrong with her, but seriously? We then get our first shielded enemy, and it's kind of a pushover. Oh yeah, I got the rifle, I kind of forgot to tell you that. But after that, we get our rope arrows. And you may call this an upgrade, but I call it Laura using her rope obsession to good use. We kill more people, I die more times because these people have more aimbot than an old King Soldier 76 in Overwatch. After that, skipping ahead because nothing really interesting happens, we get introduced to the main villain, Father Matthias of the Solaria Brotherhood. Who comes up with these names? After skipping a cutscene, Laura is tied up again. And this time in a place I don't think I can show on YouTube, so I'm just gonna skip this. After that, we find the shotgun, my personal favorite weapon in the game. And then we scale a very windy tower. And after skipping more cutscenes, Laura falls a couple hundred feet, and I assume no one could survive this, because even if you only count cutscene damage, Laura's body should be human jello right now. We then make our way through some very muddy water, where Laura finally gets a medkit and patches up that wound that she has had since the beginning of the game. We then unlock fire arrows. And you may call this an upgrade, but I call it Laura being so dumb, because these shouldn't even work based on common physics, and even if they do, you're instantly cauterizing the wound that you made, which heals them. And then after that, Laura's friend dies, yada yada. We then find Sam, Laura's best friend, who is about to be sacrificed. We then fall into a lake of blood and use some natural gases down here to cause some serious structural damage. Like seriously, you trying to cause a cave-in, Laura? We then find the rest of her friends, and why are they only tying up Laura? Like seriously. We then escape to a wooden mansion where Laura's caving adventures finally catch up to her as everything starts exploding. After that, we get the grenade attachment. Fine, I'll add another one to the upgrade counter. It's like 3 now. We then get another failed rescue attempt as this helicopter comes crashing down. This time we crash into a forest and have to fight our way through enemies again. And then after pitch black night becomes almost dawn, perfect day in just a few minutes, we descale a very sketchy elevator and then meet up with Laura's friends down at a beach, where we then get another forced upgrade, and this one I can't even find an excuse for, as Laura's wooden twig and string bow becomes a full-on compound bow. Yada yada, Laura's friend dies once more, who could have guessed, on to the final mission. We see Sam, Father Matthias, and Whitman. Oh yeah, I never talked about him. He's basically just the double crosser of the friend group. You don't need to know much about him, because he dies in like 5 seconds. Anyway, this is where the lack of damage upgrades becomes really apparent, because enemies now have armor, and that basically means they have double the health. And I found myself consistently running out of ammo during each encounter. Anyway, we climb a mountain, and I am again assured you would need superpowers in order to do this, because Laura's clothes are not built for this weather, and not only that, they are ripped and teared almost all over, so she should be having severe hypothermia right now. Anyway, the final boss is a big pushover because I saved up almost every bit of ammo and grenade that I had for this, so it was pretty easy, even on hard. It also helped that he kept killing his own teammates. We then kill Father Matthias and stop him from reviving an old sun goddess. We save Sam and the game ends there. Going into this, I knew it was impossible from the start, with all the weapon attachments, the first skill point we get, and everything about that. But I needed an excuse to play this game again, so in order to answer the question at the start of the video, can you beat Tomb Raider Definitive Edition without any upgrades? Unfortunately, no, you can't. You have the first campsite forcing you to use your upgrade point, upgrading the axe's strength, the grenade launcher, and then the compound bow, bringing our total to 4 upgrades. With that being said, be sure to like this video if you enjoyed, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.